We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will be wrapping up the final of a three-game series. Oh, I forgot to put myself. Three-game series. Oh, I forgot. All right, there we go. I'll explain that in a minute. The Orioles are playing the final game of a three-game series against the Miami Marlins at Lone Depot Park, Lone Depot something, in southern Florida. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, BW here. People call me BW. It's short for the Bird Watcher. And this is the Bird Watcher channel. Let me say hi to those that just found this channel. Greetings and welcome. I'm glad you found me. I just started this channel up in time for the 2024 season. 101 games already in the books. I've called every pitch for every game. And that's the idea, to provide a community for Oriole fans or baseball fans in general to hang out and watch Orioles baseball together. There's Oriole fans scattered all over the globe. I'm one of them. I live way the hell on the other side of the planet. It is currently just after 11 p.m. at night. So a late night for me, but I'm up for it. And yeah, so if you're new to the channel, do give it a try. Think about subscribing to the channel if you like Orioles baseball. If you like maybe to interact with other people as you watch, this is the place you can do it. We got the Charm City chat here. It's the best damn live sports stream chat going that you're going to find. And it's all free. So it's just a subscribe button. It's at the bottom of your screen. Do think about hitting that and joining the 1,600 plus people that have already become fellow bird watchers, okay? All right, let's talk about today's ball game, folks. The Orioles on a three-game losing streak, and it has not been pretty, especially when you're losing the last two to a team like the Florida Marlins. The Marlins came into this, came into this series with a record of 37-63. That's a winning percentage of 37%. Thank you very much for my fantastic math. They've taken the first two games against us here, though. They're not even that good at home. They were 20-33 when we got here. They've won these first two games against us, and we're hoping to avoid a sweep. And we're going to call upon our ace to help us get there. We're going to need some help from the offense, too, obviously. But Corbin Burnes is going to be on the mound for us, folks. A record of 10-4. Go ahead and hit that button again. 2.38 ERA, a whip of 1.04. He's up to 124 and two-thirds innings now. You can see the numbers there. Solid numbers across the board. Cy Young candidate type numbers. He'll be facing a guy by the name of Roddery Munoz. Now, I can't tell you I know too much about this guy, but his stats would tell you that we should be winning this ball game if we have any kind of offense in us today. ERA over 5, a record of 1-5 in 56 innings. He's given up just 49 hits, but he's issued 29 walks. That is a walk more than one every other inning. Also, he's given up more home runs than Corbin Burnes and about 68 less innings of pitching. So hopefully that home run ball that we're normally relying on can at least get us a few runs on the board and maybe a couple of more in a few other different ways. Let's take a look at the lineups here, folks. First pitch is how long away? About 6 minutes. I think I've got the game up here already. Yes, I do. Okay. All right, for the Orioles, leading off playing shortstop is Gunnar Henderson. Jordan Westburg today is going to bat second and play third base. Anthony Santander will be in right field batting third. Ryan O'Hearn, the cleanup hitter, will DH. Ryan Mountcastle will be the number 5 hitter at first base. Colton Cowser's in center field batting sixth. Austin Hayes is in left field batting seventh. Connor Norby, who just got called up to replace Jorge Mateo, will be in the lineup today. He's at second base batting eighth. And finally, James McCann will catch and bat ninth. No Adley Rutschman in the lineup today, not even as a DH. And for the Marlins, Jazz Chisholm will lead off and play center. Xavier Edwards will be at shortstop batting second. Josh Bell at the DH spot today. He'll hit third. Brian De La Cruz is in left field. He'll be the cleanup hitter. Jesus Sanchez is in right field batting fifth. Otto Lopez at second base batting sixth. Jonah Bride is at first base. Don't know too much about this guy. He's batting seventh. Emmanuel Rivera at third base will bat eighth. And finally, Nick Fortes, the catcher. I guess he's their everyday catcher, batting $188. Folks, James McCann, hey, it could be worse. Fortes with 61 more at-bats. He's hitting about, 23 points lower than McCann with one less homer and one less steal. Imagine having to play McCann every day. It could be worse, folks. All right, we're about 4 minutes away from first pitch. Rules in the Charm City chat, they are as follows. Folks, please, no spoilers in the chat. If you are watching along and you're ahead of me in the ball game, there's a really easy way to fix that. You just need to get synced up with me. Just pause your game. The best time to do it probably is maybe the first out of the ball game. However, it's recorded. Play at first base. Somebody strikes out. A fly ball caught. Whatever the case may be. Just let that out happen, then pause your game. Allow me to then make that call. I'll catch up. And as soon as I'm done calling the out you just paused, you unpause your game, and then you're all synced up for the rest of the day. It's really easy, just a little bit of work on your part at the very beginning. But again, folks, no spoilers, please. Do allow me to make the call if you start spoiling, and we'll have to put you on a timeout. We don't want to have to do that. Same thing goes for other things like politics. That's really not something here for this chat. Sports betting talk, a passing mention once or twice over the course of 3 hours. No big deal, but please don't make a habit out of it, or we'll have to kindly ask you to stop. And finally, folks, again, it's okay to, have your frustrations or anxieties or maybe your disagreements over certain situations or calls made. Whatever the case may be, folks, just keep it charming in the Charm City chat, okay? No personal insults hurled at each other, okay? We like to keep it nice and charming here. All right, we're just a couple of minutes away now. Looks like they're going to that final commercial break, and it does appear that I'm watching the Marlins local broadcast coverage. So we'll see how that goes. How you doing there, Charm City chat? Hey, we've got a bunch of mods here. Pure, Rob, Fitz, hello there. Zopfinator, Baxter, Ramdog. What you got there, Ramdog? Could the O's please get out of their slump before the rest of the league gets out of theirs? I tell you what, it does seem like in the past 3 weeks or so, all the top teams have all been scuffling, not just us. And, of course, we've all been closely monitoring the Yankees and their struggles. The Guardians have been slipping lately. The Phillies have been playing kind of 500 ball at best for about, maybe a week going into the All-Star break. Yeah, and meanwhile, a lot of teams that were kind of hovering around 500, not sure if they'd even be contenders or looking to maybe add something during the trade deadline. They've had some hot stretches, and there are a lot of teams that are still in this thing, and it's definitely going to make for an interesting trade market, which, folks, any day now, any hour now, we could be hearing news of something. I'm certainly feeling the anxiety of it all. A lot of rumors out there. Lots of rumors. Lots of different ways a team like the Orioles can go to address some of their problems. And we're all hoping we make the right move. All right. I think we're about ready to go here. I've got a grape Red Bull. That's my beverage of choice tonight. There you go. If Red Bull wants to sponsor me, there you go. Grape-flavored Red Bull. Is this available back in the U.S.? Can you get grape-flavored Red Bull over there now? Oh, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Let's see. Hey, by the way, I've got a couple of new sounds in here. Such as maybe a little homage to something I might need here in about an inning or two.
I mean, you know, I'm a lucky strike man from way back, so.
That's right, I'm a lucky strike man. Okay, I think this game is about to get started. Things just flipped over here on the ESPN channel. I'm going to head on over to the Yahoo channel for the scoreboard. All right. So Gunnar Henderson's going to lead off, folks. And once again, I may be a little bit behind you. I've started using a different stream than I was before. I think it's a few seconds quicker. But again, one never knows on a given night. I went in there today and cleaned out the computer for as much space as I can to afford as much memory and power as possible to get this stream running as quickly as possible. Maybe we should do a lag check. I'm starting to feel nervous. Hey, folks, I'll say a number. Please type it in as soon as you hear it, if you don't mind. The number is 3. I repeat, the number is 3. As I'm watching somebody throw out the first pitch, and the mascot dropped the ball. Mascot dropped the ball. All right, here we go. Wow, they just jumped right into it. First pitch of the ball game. I mean, what kind of coverage is this? First pitch to Gunner's off the plate outside for ball 1. Folks, Gunner's up. This is where we go. Next pitch is low, ball 2. Roddery Munoz. Where's number 71? Right-handed pitcher. Gunnar Henderson batting .285 coming into today's ball game, and he takes a called strike on the outside edge. 2-1 the count. These last 2 games in Florida have been especially frustrating for Gunnar. And a little bit of a mini funk here as he grounds one to the right side. First baseman's got it. They flip it to the pitcher covering, and Gunnar is retired to begin the ball game. And I got to remember to announce people when they're due up.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
All right, I was a little late on that. Jordan Westberg's up next.
Well, west is that way.
Westberg batting an even .270 coming into today's game. First pitch from Munoz is lifted into left field, and right there to make the catch is De La Cruz. Westberg flies out on one pitch. Easy come, easy go. It was solid contact, but right at the left fielder, 2 down for Anthony Santander.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
All right. Tony Tater's at the plate, and what is he doing in the box right now? He just did a little, it looked like a dance you see at a wedding. First pitch to him is a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Anthony Santander, folks. He is tied for, I believe, 4th in home runs in Major League Baseball at the moment. And he drills one in the right field down the line. If this one's fair, it's gone! Bye-bye, birdie! Anthony Santander. He drills one into the upper deck in right field. And the Orioles do get on the board first. A rare lead in the series. Tony Taters. What is that, 28 home runs now? Unbelievable. The Orioles with a 1-0 lead. All right, where's the songs? That's right. Oh, what a powerful jack from Anthony Santander. 1-0 Baltimore. And that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
As Anthony gets a late drink from the homer hose. 1-0 pitch to O'Hearn is low. 2 balls and no strikes. BW, do you think McDermott getting sent down means we have a finalized deal done? I think it's a good sign that something's going down. Yeah, I do. This one is hit in the air in the center field by O'Hearn to Jazz Chisholm, who makes the catch a couple of steps in front of the track to end the inning. But Anthony Santander with a solo shot in the top of the first. The Orioles have taken an early lead. We go to the bottom half of the first. Baltimore 1, Miami coming up. Orioles magic. That's right. Let's see. Don't get demonetized. Oh, pure. If you only knew. I was just trying to have a little bit of fun with Charm City Chat a couple of games ago. Our team wasn't doing so hot. We couldn't buy a hit to save our lives. Been sitting there for about an hour waiting for something. I started singing some one-hit wonders from the 80s. One song. I sang like 2 verses. And I got hit with a letter from YouTube about it. No music backing or nothing. Just these pipes. Tell you what. All right. We got Corbin Burnes on the mound today, folks, and we've already got 1 run on the board. I guaranteed a victory today. I don't know if anybody knew that. But so far, so good. Corbin, we need you to be lights out today. Don't mess around with this. Can you please make this Marlins lineup look like the lineup that they are? Unlike what we've done in the first 2 games. That would be great. A lot of fast guys on this team as well. We got to keep him off base. That's Corbin Burnes' biggest Achilles heel, is his inability to control the run game when guys get on. Speaking of speed, it'll be Jazz Chisholm to lead things off for the Marlins. And how many more games will he be wearing this uniform? First pitch to Jazz Chisholm is over the plate but low for ball 1. Cutter from Burnes at 94 miles an hour. Chisholm hitting .251. The next pitch is popped up. Right behind short, a couple of steps into the outfield grass. Gunnar Henderson makes the catch. 1 out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That'll bring up Xavier Edwards. Edwards, first 2 games in this series, was hitting somewhere around 6 or 7 in the order, but he's been doing very well at the plate. He's been moved up to the 2-hole today, and he takes a first pitch cutter right down Broadway for strike 1. .361 average for Edwards in limited duty. 21 games he has played on the season. No homers, 6 RBI. And he drills one in the right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Hit on a bounce to Santander. A 1-out single. And Xavier Edwards continues his hot hitting. All right, Josh Bell's up next, and he had a good day at the plate last night. Couple of hits, including a home run. Switch hitter batting from the left side. First pitch to him is low, and there goes the runner, and he steals second base, and there you go. So I was saying something about Corbin Burnes' Achilles heel. Well, he's had a runner on base for precisely 1 pitch, and in that 1 pitch, a base has been stolen. And this is why I'm begging Corbin Burnes to shut these Marlins down. Don't even let anybody on the damn base. The 1-0 pitch to Bell is popped up left side and slicing foul into the crowd. That's the 5th steal for Edwards. Bell's hitting .232, 11 homers, 43 driven in, 4 for 7 in the series. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Bell went down to a knee to go after that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boy, Charm City chat isn't really humming a lot right now. Is my screen frozen? And there's another swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and a feeble swing at that from Josh Bell. Sit down, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
First strike out of the ball game for Corbin Burnes. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Brian De La Cruz. All right, somebody say something. I'm starting to get nervous. The first pitch to De La Cruz, check swing, and it's a foul ball off the bat. 0-1 the count. Am I just that compelling? Everybody's just on the edge of their seats, hanging on every word? All right, there we go. I know it's an early ball game, folks. Have a Bloody Mary. Wake up. Here's a ground ball to third. Westberg's got it over to first in time. And the inning is over. 1 inning complete. The Orioles lead it 1-0. My goodness, people. I'm the one that's got to pull the late night shift. What's your excuse? What's going on there, Nicholas? Sam's here to pull for the Marlins. Well, Sam, you're kind of playing with house money, aren't you? I mean, how often do you take a series? You've already clinched it. We kind of need this one, Sam, to be honest with you. We're being nice. We came to your town. We gave you a couple of wins. You know, we kind of need this one, if you don't mind. How are you doing there, Isaac? All right. It's going to be Mountcastle, Cowser, and Hayes due up in the second inning. Actually, not what I was wearing earlier this morning, but I know what you mean, Gibney. Yes, indeed. I'm still the same person I was from last night's ball game. It's the same day. By the way, we are sharing Thursday together right now, and will be for the next 37 minutes. It'll be midnight in about 37 minutes over here on my end. I know, I'm extremely compelling. I put money on the money. Oh boy. Well, yeah, I would. So you watched them win twice, and then you decide to bet on them when they face Corbin Burnes. Sam, I don't know if you got this whole thing down, my friend. You might have picked the wrong time. In fact, I hope you did. No offense. Where are you? Where the hell are you? I'm in Thailand there, Gibney. Land of smiles. There's a luxury box that they're showing, and I guess somebody important sitting in it. I don't know who it is. Ryan Mountcastle's at the plate. First pitch to him is a strike.
Okay, mount up.
Mount up, everybody. 0-1 on Ryan Mountcastle, leading off the top of the second. Hey, BW, did you AC guy? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. My AC is humming. You can feel the air quality. Oh, it's lovely. You could drink up the air. This is a foul ball from Mountcastle on a sinker from Munoz. The count is 0-2. Mountie batting .266, 12 homers, 43 RBI. And, folks, if you've been keeping your ear close to the rumor mills, Mountie's name has been brought up in some trade talk, as this pitch is fouled back, still 0-2. So it's not just prospects out there that we might be saying goodbye to over the course of the next week. It could be 1 or 2 guys that have been with us for a while. This pitch is low and away, and that ball caroms yards away, probably toward the first base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ryan Mountcastle. The Orioles have been outscored 15-8 during this 3-game losing streak, and in this series, the team is batting just .206 off of this Marlins pitching staff, which is just inexplicable, to be perfectly honest. This pitch is off the plate, and 2-2 the count now on Mountcastle. Here's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Mountcastle was frozen. And he goes down looking, 1 away here in the second. 1-0 Orioles. In the final game of a 3-game series, the Marlins have taken the first 2. Orioles trying to salvage this final game and wind up hopefully with a 3-3 road trip before going back to Camden Yards to begin a series tomorrow night with the Padres. Here's Colton Cowser, folks. First pitch to Cowser is low for ball 1. The 1-0 is low as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Cowser at a .231 average at the moment, and he's one of the few batters in the lineup in recent days that's been swinging a pretty good bat. This pitch is low and in. Last night being a perfect example, the Orioles put up 3 runs in a 6-3 loss, and all 3 of those runs came on one swing, a 2-run double by the man at the plate, Colton Cowser. He's got a 3-0 count here, and this pitch is outside. Ball 4. All right.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Colton Cowser continues to get on base. A 1-out walk, and that'll bring up Austin Hayes.
The Hayes.
That's right. Folks, if you didn't hear me the first time,
the Hayes
is at the plate. 1 out. Cowser at first. 1-0 Orioles in the top of the second. First pitch from Munoz is low and in for ball 1. Austin Hayes is batting .248 with 3 homers and 14 driven in on the season. He did miss some time due to injury. And he's also pretty much playing mostly against left-handed starters, though he does get the call today against a righty. This is a swing and a miss, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Austin Hayes. Cowser does have base-stealing ability. Keep an eye on him, as this pitch is just off the plate, a little bit low, a little bit outside. 2-1 on Hayes. All right. 2-1 pitch is in there. That looked like a 2-seam fastball. Actually, they call it a sinker, as that ball started to move away from Hayes and then tailed back over. Some late movement on that pitch. 2-2 the count. And the next pitch. That is a broken bat, and that's going to find the right field for a base hit. Austin Hayes breaks his bat, and has still got enough juice to get that ball into the outfield. 2 on now, first and second. Turn on the faucets. The Orioles have something cooking here with 2 on and 1 out. And here comes Connor Norby, folks. Connor Norby back in the Orioles team and his first at-bat since being called up.
Connor. Oh, hi.
There you go, a little Connor drop for you. 2 on, 1 out for Connor Norby, right-handed hitter. And he swings and misses, goes after the high cheese, letter high. And Norby, maybe look at one pitch first. You just got called back up to the show here. Come on, buddy. You got 2 men on base. Make this a good AB. The 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled away. And Norby quickly in an 0-2 hole. 1-0 Baltimore in the top of the second with 2 on and 1 out. 0-2 on Norbs. And the next pitch, that is well off the plate outside. That was a waste pitch from Munoz. Too far away for Norby to even think about swinging. 1-2 the count. The next pitch is high. 96 on the gun, but about 6 inches above the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on with 1 out and a 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch is over the plate but low, ball 3. Full count, baby. Full count now. On deck is James McCann. Norby with a full count, and here is the payoff. Swung on and missed. A pitch low and away, just an inch or 2 off the plate. Tough to take a pitch like this. Some umps might even call it a strike, but tough to do anything with it either. Tough pitch for Norby there. 2 down, and it's going to be up to McCann. I even have a McCann drop.
You're back.
And the first pitch is fouled at the plate for James McCann. His average is at 211. 3 homers, 13 driven in. We have runners at first and second. Cowser at second, Hayes at first. 2 down, and the pitch is fouled back. McCann is now in an 0-2 hole. Tell you what, this Marlins broadcast team doesn't really give you much in terms of showing you wide shots. I guess they don't want you to see the audience, the crowd size. The 0-2 pitch is lifted into left center and down for a base hit. Cowser rounds third. He's going to score, and nearly cut off the bag at second is Hayes, but he gets back in safely. It's a 2-out single, RBI single for James McCann. And the Orioles have taken a 2-0 lead here in the top of the second. How about that? Production from where you least expect it, with 2 down, no less. James McCann, say what you want. I'll take a 2-out hit from anybody with a runner in scoring position. Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. Let me run on over here. First pitch to him is a called strike. Outside corner. A cut fastball. Gunnar grounded out in the first. He's up again here in the second with 2 on and 2 out. 2-0 Baltimore. And the 0-1 pitch to Gunnar is in the dirt. It bounces in there. Nick Fortes, the catcher, keeping it in front of him. There's a shot of the outfield. It looks like there's about 50, 60 people scattered amongst 4,000 seats. 1-1 the count on Gunnar. And the pitch is just a bit outside, top of the zone. 2-1. 2-1. Oh, I hit it twice. Let's get ready for a 2-1 pitch. Here it comes, and it's popped up left side. Chasing after it is De La Cruz. He's in foul ground, and he makes the catch just a couple of feet from the wall. That ball just simply couldn't get out of play for Gunnar. That is the final out of the inning, and Henderson continues to scuffle. A couple of men left out there on base, but the Orioles do manage to score again. 2 runs in as many innings. RBI single by James McCann. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Orioles 2, the Marlins nothing. How you doing, Charm City chat? Hey, JJ's here. I took one out of your playbook. What would that be? Packed house coming to a Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles theater near you. That's right, folks. For all your Philadelphia sports needs, play-by-play with Jay. The Charge? JJ, trust me. You don't know Baltimore, hon. That Bugle Charge has been property of Baltimore forever. That's Baltimore. That ain't thievery, my friend. I would get thrown out of here if I didn't have the Bugle Charge for Orioles Birdland out there. Hey, Oriole fans, speak up. Let it be known this is the truth. Oh, yeah, it's a big thing in Baltimore. Yeah, same for me, JJ. In fact, most people, I don't know if you've ever caught me doing it. I used to be providing the Bugle Charge with my own voice. Oh, I'm sure it's not just us in Philly either. But, it's like some other tradition. Some people have it, but some people have been doing it since, like, day one. Since my first time at Memorial Stadium back in the 80s, I've been hearing Rex Barney and that Bugle Charge. Those are memories you never forget. All right. We are ready to go here in the bottom of the second. Oh, that would be a unique way to use the Charge. There's Janet chiming in. Okay, here we go, folks. It's going to be Jesus Sanchez at the plate to lead it off here in the bottom of the second. Sanchez hitting .249 in the season. Corbin Burnes' first pitch is outside for ball one. A dozen homers and 38 driven in for Sanchez. He's 3 for 7 in the series, including a home run. Next pitch, bottom of the zone, outside edge for a called strike. Sanchez shakes his head, not happy with the call. Count even up at 1-1. I should probably take you on down here. This pitch is down and in to Sanchez, who has to turn his body out of the way. 2 balls and 1 strike to the leadoff man here in the bottom of the second. Next pitch from Burnes is a breaking ball hit on the right side. First baseman's got it. Mountcastle flips to Burnes, covering the bag for out number 1. 1 down in the second. So far, so good. Gunnar is not having a good game so far, War Dog. In fact, he's having a terrible series. It has to be said. Maybe Gunnar doesn't like the Miami heat and humidity. I don't know. Maybe it's the bath salts down there. Who knows what it is? But I think Gunnar's ready to go home. Otto Lopez is at the plate. Right-handed hitter. He looks at a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Lopez hitting .249. He's also had some success in this series. This Marlins team waking up against us. Here's a ground ball to second base, and Norby's got it over to first in time. Look at Connor Norby with that war paint on. All right, 2 down. That'll bring up Jonah Bride. Look at this guy. This guy looks like me. A clean-shaven me. He's got a bit of a gut. He's wearing glasses. And the first pitch is popped up. Hey, he hits like me, too. Infield pop-up, foul ground, caught by McCann, and the inning is over. Hey, Jonah Bride, you're my spirit animal. The inning is over, folks. We go to the third. 2-0 Orioles. All right. Might be time for a lucky. I'm feeling lucky right now.
I mean, you know I'm a lucky strike man from way back. So,
Steve, wish me luck. Hey, by the way, JJ, please, in a professional setting, it's BW. Please. Nobody else here is calling me Steve. Only my sister at this point calls me Steve. Come on now. I'm kidding. Wish me luck over these next 4 weeks covering USA men's and women's hoops. This is not a wish you luck. This is a plug. You're plugging. This isn't a wish you luck. Oh, what a... No, it's not? Okay. I'm just having fun with it, JJ. Wish your voice luck. Well, yeah. I tell you what. Hey, have me on as a guest for some of this Olympic coverage. I'll have some fun with that. Where are the Olympics this year? Is it in some crazy country where maybe it's actually during normal hours for me? Because that could work out. Ah, Gay Paris. Uh-huh. Parlez-vous? Well, curling is a winter sport. I definitely want to cover curling when that comes around again. There's no more exciting sport out there than curling, folks. All right, we're about to get started here in the top of the third. It's going to be Jordan Westburg to lead things off.
West is that way.
First pitch to him is a called strike, inside edge. Westburg is 0 for 1 so far today. And his next pitch is on the outside edge. That is a called strike, too. Westburg has not looked himself at the plate. Probably more so than anybody else that's been struggling during these last few days of poor offense. He hits this one in a fairly deep center field, but Chisholm only has to back up a little bit to camp under it and makes the catch. And straightaway center, Westburg with about a 380-foot out. One down here in the top of the third. Equestrian. If you want somebody on there to help you out to cover the weirdest sports that you don't want to do, I want all the weird ones. Actually, you know what I'm really into? Indoor volleyball. I love the 6-person ladies volleyball, to be honest with you. Thailand has a great team. Here's Anthony Santander. First pitch to him is ball 1. Folks, Tony's up.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Next pitch to Tony Taters is fouled back, and the count 1-1. Anthony Santander has already gone deep tonight, his 28th home run of the season. Does that put him in a tie now with Gunnar Henderson? I believe it does. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. That was a cutter below the zone, and the count is 1-2. I don't know if I want to watch the Orioles against the Miami. They have it set up. I don't even want to know what that means. Santander gets into another one deep in the left center. Long run for Chisholm, and he makes an incredible diving catch. Holy Toledo, folks. That's going to be your defensive highlight of the day all across the league. Jazz Chisholm on a dead sprint to his right, covering who knows how many yards. Makes a full flat-out diving catch on the track on what looked to be a surefire extra base hit for Anthony Santander. Man, oh man, credit where it's due. What a play.
You did not just do that. That was crazy.
2 down, and that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Well, if that's the last fantastic play Jazz makes in a Marlins uniform, there's about 3,000 people that were here to see it. And here's a called strike on the outside edge to O'Hearn. The count even up at 1-1. It is 2-0 Orioles in the top of the third. 2 down, bases empty. This will be the 48th pitch of the day from Munoz, and it is a bit inside. That ball actually caught the corner, but the catcher had set up his target on the outside, had to reach over and grab that pitch. And typically when you do that, the umpire is going to give up on you. So that was to our benefit. The count is 2-1, and this one is low. 3-1 the count now on Ryan O'Hearn. The O's broadcast didn't show the catch. It went to a different screen. Do you mean the replay or live? That's insane. This pitch is low and in for ball 4. Ryan O'Hearn.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Oh my God. That is what is going on with coverage anymore? Just top priority. Camera on the ball. Period. Unbelievable. All right, folks. Ryan Mountcastle at the plate. O'Hearn is at first base with 2 down. First pitch to Mountie is swung on and missed. Chasing one below the zone. Mountcastle has already struck out today. 0-1 here. Tony's hit zone. My goodness. This pitch is a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Company that carries Marlins games declared bankruptcy. You mean the broadcast company? How the hell do you go bankrupt with broadcast rights? This pitch is low. I thought that's the only way teams like this existed, was from TV revenue. 2-1 the count on Ryan Mountcastle. Skeleton crews with minimal assistant equipment. That sounds like a healthy franchise, doesn't it? There's a called strike, and the count even up at 2-2 on Mountcastle. 2 down here in the top of the third, folks. The Orioles lead at 2-0. Ryan O'Hearn is at first base. Ryan Mountcastle is at the plate with a 2-2 count. And here's the next pitch. And he went after it up there, and he got it. This ball slapped up the middle for a base hit. 2-out single for Mountie. And he does the faucet gesture to the dugout. The Rangers are affected? How are they affected? They've got a brand new ballpark. They draw crazy, and they just won the damn World Series. I can understand franchises like the Marlins and Rays needing a helping hand. Why the hell do the Rangers? Hey, you're not allowed to have Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer and act like you need help. Tell you what, I'll give you help. You give me deGrom. We'll make it a deal. Colton Cowser at the plate.
I offer you the opportunity.
That is the wrong button. The first pitch is up and in for ball 1. All right. Bit of a misfire. Cowser has scored a run today after he drew a walk his first time up. He's got 2 on with 2 out here. And this pitch is way outside. 2-0. 2-0. Cowser again provided all the offense in last night's game. He had a 3-run double. Hey, we'll take a 2-run double here. 2-0 pitch is right in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. We can't even watch Marlins games in Miami. Yikes. Nobody's going to the games. So what do you got to do? Sit there and what do you use Western Union to find out what the hell's going on? This one is into center field and deep, looking up. This ball's gonna go! Bye, birdie! Colton Cowser, a 3-run double last night, a 3-run jack today. What a 24 hours it has been for the milkman. The Orioles have jumped ahead 5-0. Oh my goodness, this is what I'm used to. This is what I know. The Orioles have found their offense, and Colton Cowser is leading the way. 5-0 Baltimore. Five nothing Orioles. Colton Cowser getting mad respect from his teammates in the dugout. And man, with Corbin Burnes on the mound, we better have this thing on lockdown. I tell you what. Oh boy. 5-0. This is the sort of score line you're supposed to be looking at when you're playing this team. It took us till the third game to find it. Here's Austin Hayes. First pitch is popped straight up on the infield. Shortstop. Xavier Edwards is waiting for it. He makes the catch. That's it for
the Hayes.
Austin Hayes pops out to win the inning. But Colton Cowser, a 2-out, 3-run home run. That is his 14th of the season. And the Orioles have now scored in each of the first 3 innings of the ballgame. A 3-spot here. They've made it 5-0. All right. I've earned myself a lucky. I told you we wouldn't need the hat today. Trust in your boy, BW. Here's some random ballpark noises. All right. This is brought to you by Lucky Strike.
I mean, you know I'm a Lucky Strike fan from way back, so.
We go way back. Nicholas Colton Cowser just might be one of those streaky type hitters, you know. Santander is sort of that way, although this series really, once he started his streak, doesn't seem to be wanting to stop. No complaints from me. But, yeah, I mean, you got your steady players, and then you got your guys that can get hot and get cold. Luckily, Cowser's hot right now because a lot of this lineup has been cold. Man, oh man, we needed that. 5-0. Hey, who's keeping an eye on Twitter or wherever the hell they get their latest trade information? Emmanuel Rivera is up here to lead off the bottom of the third. The Miami catcher batting just .214 without a home run. Excuse me, third baseman. I'm sorry. .214, no home runs, 14 driven in. This pitch is low and outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, Shantae, what's up with you? I forgot about the noises. Sorry. My bad. All right. The 1-1 pitch. Low and outside. 2-1 the count. I want to see that other guy come up to hit again. What was his name? He looked just like me. He gets to make me imagine if I were a major leaguer. This pitch is fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Emmanuel Rivera. Can Corbin Burnes play every day? Sure. He can be the next Shohei. If you want a guy to pitch every 5th day and spend the other 4 days, I don't know, maybe we can hide him in a corner outfield spot and then he can go out there and hit you .075. that sound good? This pitch is high. 96 miles an hour. Count has gone full here on Rivera. Leading off the bottom of the third. Is Norby a contact guy? I mean, he's sort of a, this is a swing and a miss. High heat there from Corbin.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Burnes strikes out Rivera, leading off the bottom of the third. Nick Fortes, here's the catcher, number 9 hitter. First pitch to him is swung on and missed. Cutter up and away. Fortes. Now there's an average. 188. 2 homers, 16 driven in. Yeah, Norby, I would say he projects to be a guy that you would hope once he develops could maybe go out there, hit you somewhere in the 265, 270 range. 25 homer power. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Here's a curveball swung on and missed by Fortes. A ball and 2 strikes. So he's got pop. He's a bit of a hybrid, I guess, if you want to put a word on it. There's a pitch low and in the outside in the dirt, and it's 2-2 now on Fortes. Come on, Corbin. Do we have to go in the deep counts against the bottom of the order? And let's just, throw something over the plate and get some weak contact. Let's move on. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. So Burnes works a full count to the number 8 and number 9 hitter here in the third. Burnes has pitched in 6 games previously against the Marlins. 2-1 record with an ERA of 1.95. Not too shabby. Of course, that was all while pitching for the Milwaukee Brewers. Latest trade news coming in from Calvin. What do we got? Rosenthal and Passan both have Mountcastle at the top of their list of changing teams. Stowers and Mullins make their top 3. Yeah, Mountie has team control through 2026. Yes. Here's the first pitch to the payoff pitch, I should say, and it's fouled away. Nick Fortes hanging in there with a 3-2 count, 1 out, nobody on. I'll tell you the team that we might wind up trading with, and it might wind up being the best damn thing we can do. As this payoff pitch is popped up on the infield, Burnes is calling off everybody, and now he gets out of the way. As Westberg says, that's my job, buddy. Jordan Westberg takes over, catches the second out of the inning. Base is empty here in the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order for Jazz Chisholm. So, what was the thing I was going to say? Yeah, it is nice to see the bats alive so far today. All right, Chisholm is at the plate. Oh, I was going to tell you who we should trade with. That's what it was. And here's a curveball. Just kisses the bottom of the zone on the outside corner. A beauty from Burnes, and the count is 0-1. Maybe I'll just wait for this inning to end. Then we'll have a few minutes to talk. This pitch is popped up, right side and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes on Chisholm. I see a lot of orange in the crowd from the scattering of people that are here. This pitch is hit on the ground. A couple of bounces to second base. Norby has it, and he will throw to first in time. The inning is over. Burnes works a full count to a couple of batters, but he does retire them 1-2-3. We head on now to the fourth. It is Orioles 5, Marlins nothing. Folks, can anybody guess the team I'm talking about that we should trade with, and the team that probably makes the most sense to give an established bat like a Mountcastle 2 and get what we need in return, which is a really good starting pitcher. Because this team is also in contention, definitely needs help on offense, and definitely has a surplus of pitching. And if we're going to make a deal, Josh, winner, chicken dinner for Josh. That's right, folks. The Seattle Mariners. That is my pick. If Mountie gets dealt, we're going after a Mariner pitcher. They've got some. And we got some offense for them, and they need it. I don't want any damn White Sox. I don't want them. I just don't want any White Sox. Please. You know, sometimes a player will get moved from a team that's as bad as they are, and a new environment will wake them up. But that's not always the case, and I don't know. The White Sox, the culture of losing there is just so ingrained. Every team, every year, no matter how bad the team is going to have a handful of players that are going to go out there and perform for you because somebody's got to. So I look at guys like Eric Fetty, who's been talked about, and, of course, Garrett Crochet, Luis Robert as an outfielder. I just, I don't want anything to do with it. Let somebody else see what happens. All right, folks, here we go. First pitch of the top of the fourth is swung on and missed. Okay, where are we here? Connor Norby at the plate with an 0-1 count. Next pitch is swung on and hit in the air to right field. Going back is Sanchez. He's backing up, and this ball is in the bullpen. Bye, birdie. Connor Norby goes yard to the opposite field. His second home run in the majors. 379 feet in Oppo Taco for Connor Norby. My goodness. It's 6-0 Orioles. Splash it up, people. Splash it up. And Encino Perez caught that home run in his hat. All right, James McCann is at the plate, and he takes a called strike. Whoops, where am I? Where are you, buddy?
Mick! You're back!
This pitch is hit on the ground, left side, foul. 0-2 on James McCann. The Orioles, with their third home run off of Munoz here, were in the fourth inning with nobody out. Santander, Cowser, and Norby have all gone yard. This pitch is upstairs to McCann. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nice catch there with your hat, Perez. I would have preferred maybe a better pitching performance last night, but what are you going to do? 1-2 pitch is lifted into the air, right to center field, though. Chisholm's got it. 1 away. Yeah, I tell you what, if Norby is, being dangled as part of a trade deal with somebody, well, that just upped his value a little bit. That'll make a couple of prospective trade partners raise their eyebrows. All right, folks, back to the top of the order. Gunnar Henderson at the plate, low and away for ball 1. Gunner's up. We go over here. That's what we do. Welcome in number 1632. This pitch is on the inside edge for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Base is empty. 1 out. The Orioles have scored in every inning so far. How about that? This one is a check swing and no appeal. Okay. 2-1 the count. Hey, BW, did you see an excerpt from the interview with Orioles owner from earlier this week? Rubenstein interview from this week. I don't think I've seen anything this week from Rubenstein. Here's a called strike. Bottom of the zone outside corner. I'm sure you got a little bit of info. They had Norby going like 370-something on my screen there, Calvin. But I'll take your word for it. This pitch is hit on the ground to the left side, and the ball is mishandled. It was thrown low, and the Marlins are going to allow Gunnar Henderson to reach. My goodness, Gunnar, get on base any way you can. This was a one-hopper to first, and Jonah Bride, the first baseman, unable to handle the short hop. That should be an error on the shortstop. And Gunnar's on with one out. All right, that brings up Jordan Westburg now. Westburg at the plate.
West is that way.
Jordan is 0 for 2 so far today. A line out and a fly out. Average now down to 268. OPS now just 802, just barely over 800. We got to get Westy's numbers up here again. This pitch is low. Two balls, one strike. Excuse me, 1 ball, 1 strike. I got ahead of myself. Gunnar at first, 1 down. The pitch is grounded foul off to the left. 1-2. I don't know. Maybe they got a distance over here. What is this? What is this saying? Oh, they say 400. All right, there you go. Maybe the Miami broadcast team didn't want to give Norby the credit for hitting it 400 feet. They had posted 379 on the screen. Gunnar took off on this pitch, but it's fouled away by Westburg. Count still 1-2. Gunnar goes back to first base. No, I would not, Mr. Hyde. I would not be happy at all. Because Crochet does not give us what we need. We need a starter. I understand he could work out of the bullpen, but I don't want to pay what we have to pay for a guy like that to pitch out of the pen. And this one is way high to Westburg. 2-2 the count. I know Skubal would cost an arm and a leg, but I think he's worth an arm and a leg. Crochet is going to cost you an arm and half a leg, and I don't think he's worth an arm and half a leg. That's about as simple as I can put it. This pitch or this throw to first gets away, and Gunnar's going to be able to move up to second base. Wow, the Marlins are finally starting to look like the team that their record would indicate. A second error in the inning as a pickoff attempt gets away at first. Henderson moves up to second base. Well, sorry there, Florida. 2-2 the count on Westburg. Henderson now in scoring position with 1 out. The conventional double play is no longer in order. Yeah, I learned from yesterday. As this pitch is fouled off to the left. Still 2-2 on Westburg. Oh, Shante, you don't have to call me that. Just BW will be fine. Mr. Hyde. Well, then you got a deal. Because there's so much you can do with Mendick. Gunnar just got picked off between second and third. Are you kidding me? The pitcher, who had yet to throw the baseball, just steps off, catching Gunnar between the bases, and Henderson runs himself into an out. So Gunnar, good God, what is going on with you lately, buddy? I mean, it's been a struggle to get on base. You finally get on via an error. You get on second via an error. And then you just run yourself out. 2 down, bases empty. And Westburg's 2-2 pitch is low and away. The count has gone full. I mean, what is Gunnar doing? What is he doing? Come on, you don't have to steal third right there. Payoff pitch. is hit on the ground. Shortstop's got it. Edwards to first in time, and that'll do it. The Orioles were given 2 errors in the inning, but can't do anything with it. Oh, but we did score. That's right. Connor Norby did hit a home run. I keep forgetting that. The Orioles have scored in each of the first 4 innings of the ballgame. 6 runs on 6 hits. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is 6-0 here in Miami. All right. Yankees are getting Jazz. Yeah, I think the Yankees, Chisholm going to the Yankees is a really good call. That's what I was thinking probably a week ago. It's just, he's a flashy player. Yankees like that kind of thing. And he gives them a left-handed bat. He gives them some speed. They definitely need some speed. And versatility. He can play in center field or corner outfield if need be. I don't know why he would. They're playing Judge in center most of the time when Trent Grisham isn't in the lineup. You probably put Jazz in center, but you can also just say enough of Gleyber Torres and play Jazz at second. You got a lot of options there if you're the Yankees. I can't read anything without my glasses on. Excuse me. Hey, by the way, it'll be 90s night coming up at Lone Depot Park in Miami. I wonder what 90s night would entail. Am I so old that a team like the Marlins, who came into existence in the 90s, are now doing a retro night of said 90s? Where does the time go, people? Corbin Burnes is ready for his 4th inning of work. And so am I. Let's get to work. It's going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Marlins. Xavier Edwards, followed by Josh Bell and Brian De La Cruz. Here's a ball that is bounced in the dirt to Edwards, ball 1. Next pitch to Edwards is swung on and missed, a curveball. Edwards with a big hack at it. Came up with nothing. Edwards has the only hit of the day for the Marlins so far. A single his first time up. There's a called strike. Another curveball. That's 3 in a row from Burnes. And that one catches the bottom of the zone on the outside corner. 1-2 the count on Edwards, leading off the bottom of the 4th, and he asks for time. Man, he is like a flea on a hot brick, this Edwards kid. He's a bouncy guy in that batter's box. 1-2 pitch is served into a shortstop. Boy, I thought that ball was going to find the outfield the way Edwards swung at it. Edwards reached out for one and hit a flare towards short. Gunnar Henderson makes the catch. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th for Josh Bell. First pitch to Bell is another curve, and this one's in the dirt. Yankee fans want Cowser for Verdugo. Why would we want Verdugo? Did they not know that we saw what he did in left field in that final game before the All-Star break? I don't want Verdugo anywhere near this team. 2-0 the count on Josh Bell. The pitch is right back up the middle, but Gunnar Henderson's playing right behind the second base bag, and he'll be able to throw Bell out. So the shift was on. Gunnar was positioned perfectly. Bell grounds out for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, you can give us Judge. That'll work. I don't want Soto, though. If we still had Thiago Vieira, I would maybe trade him straight up for Soto. Here's Brian De La Cruz. And he swings and misses. Another curveball from Corbin Burnes. He is happy with the hook. He's throwing a lot of them right now. The 0-1 is a slider, and this catches the outside corner, 0-2. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Burnes right now. Here comes the 0-2. High target, and this pitch is belt high but outside, 97 miles an hour. 1-2 on De La Cruz. 2 down, bases empty. Bottom of the 4th. The Orioles with a 6-0 lead here on the Marlins. And this next pitch is drilled left center field, and that's going to split the outfielders for extra bases. De La Cruz will glide into second base easily with a stand-up 2-out double. Just the second hit of the ball game given up by Burnes. And that was a very hittable pitch. Probably not where Burnes wanted it. And De La Cruz, who had a miserable series until that swing, makes some solid contact there. 2 down, runner at second. And that'll bring up Jesus Sanchez. First pitch to Sanchez. A curveball. Another one. And perfectly located. Bottom of the zone on the outside corner for strike 1. Sanchez is 0 for 1 so far today. Here's another curve. Swung on and missed. This is becoming almost comical. Corbin Burnes must have thrown in his last 12 pitches 9 to 10 curveballs. The 0-2 pitch is way inside with the cutter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, back to that curve. What do you say? It's working today. The 1-2 pitch. That one is tapped foul. And Burnes, I don't know why he took off there. Broadcast team never cut to see where the ball went, but Corbin Burnes ran off the mound like he was trying to go after a live ball. And now there's some sort of a delay going on here. I couldn't tell you what the deal is. Burnes is just now getting a baseball back. Back up on the slab here with a 1-2 count on Sanchez. 2 down, runner at second. Why am I looking at shirts? Here's one grounded toward Gunnar Henderson. He's got it over to first, and that ball is handled by Mountcastle awkwardly. Did he injure himself? Tell you what, something looks strange there. The inning is over, and they've already cut to commercial. Ryan Mountcastle able to receive the out to end the inning, but made a weird gesture after catching that baseball. I'm sure you guys caught it if you're watching. I couldn't tell you what to make of it, though. Hopefully he's okay. All right. It's time for some special lucky music. I think there's maybe one other game going on right now. Could be more. There was one other game. Yeah, there's only one other game going on, and it just started, top of the first. No score, Guardians and Tigers. That's it. We're the only game in town, folks. So where the hell is everybody? I guess if we're the only game in town, I should be spending this break telling you folks that, hey, well, there were 96 people here a second ago. There's somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 people hanging around. It does look like a pretty light day. About to hit 1,000 views. But still, the like count. That is the topic at hand. And I'd like to discuss it with you. Folks, if you're watching right now, I'm going to ask you very kindly to take a moment. There's a thumb right below your screen. And if you tap it and it turns bright white, it helps out my channel. It's a little secret. It's a life hack. It really does help out the channel, though, folks. This channel just started up around the end of March. Spring training in time for opening day. And the only reason it's seen the growth that it has is with help from you guys. Subscribing to the channel, like button stuff. This is all analytical information that YouTube uses and says, okay, let's help this channel. Let's promote it a little bit more, get a few more eyeballs on it. So I do appreciate it. Here we go, folks. We're back underway, and the first pitch to Anthony Santander is a ground ball up the middle, and it's handled there by Xavier Edwards awkwardly, but he's able to get the throw off in time to retire Anthony Santander. Sorry about that music still playing there. It was a diving stop by Edwards. I don't know why I said it was awkward. It was a nice play. Maybe I'm the awkward one. But there's already one away here. And Ryan O'Hearn is at the plate. I mean, I got to hurry up and catch up here.
Lights on. It's turned and burned.
Oh, and 1 the count on O'Hearn, and this pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rob, I'm sure you're explaining something precisely, but I've already forgotten what the situation was. Next pitch is popped up and out of play. 1 and 2 the count. Who ducked? The play that just happened? Or am I reading a comment from like 3 plays ago? I don't know. This pitch is just a bit outside to Ryan O'Hearn, and the count is 2 and 2. Base is empty, 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Friday morning over here where I am now. Here's the 2-2. This ball's hit on the ground at second. A couple of bounces. Should be routine. Lopez over to first. In time. 2 down. Here comes Ryan Mountcastle.
Okay, mount up.
Mountcastle has a hit and a run scored. In fact, the bottom 7 hitters of the lineup, minus Ryan O'Hearn, have all... Well, let's just leave it at the bottom 5. The bottom 5 hitters have all had hits. Mountie, Cowser, Hayes, Norby, and McCann. First pitch to Mountie's inside for ball 1. His hit came back in the 3rd. And he came around to score. Whoa, look out. A pitch up and in, and Mountcastle goes down to the ground. Matrix style. My goodness. I don't think there was any intent here. We have no beef with you, Florida. In fact, we just want to get the hell out of here with this win as soon as possible. I'm not a fan of Florida. I'll be honest. No offense, Miami fans that might be watching. The 2-0 pitch is grounded foul off to the left. 2-1 on Mountcastle with the bases empty and 2 down in the top of the 5th. The Orioles have scored in each of the first 4 innings off of Munoz. He's up to 88 pitches, but he does have a chance to maybe throw a scoreless inning for once, and that's a swing and a miss. Terrible swing on a pitch that bounced a couple of feet in front of the plate. 2-2 the count now in Mountcastle. And this one's way off the target. Low and outside, and the count goes full. The lag is bad. I wonder what happened. It was working okay. We did a lag check a little bit earlier. Payoff pitch to Mountie is swung on and missed. Down he goes, and down go the Orioles. They failed to score for the first time today. Cabrera is sweating something fierce. His day may be over. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It is 6-0 Baltimore. Maybe we should do a lag check again just to see where we stand. I'll say a number, folks, if you don't mind typing it in. Not everybody has to do it, but as long as a few do, then we'll get an idea. The number is 8. Cal Ripken's number. Just type it in real quick. ABW Orioles owner was asked about the upcoming trade deadline. Excuse me. I mean, the lag looks pretty normal to me there, Card. I mean, I don't know how much quicker it can be than that. Oh, I don't know about going fast to pause. I have no control over that. Hey, thanks, guys. Owner was asked about the upcoming trade deadline and the possibilities of raising the team payroll to sign Gunnar or come to deals with, I'm assuming you're talking about Gunnar here, or come to deals for extensions with the Orioles' upcoming free agents. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea. Folks, there's so little money on the payroll here. If we don't re-sign Corbin Burnes, and we've got this new ownership, and we start making everyday players out of guys like Kobe Mayo or Heston Kjerstad. I mean, like, for example, Anthony Santander, I think, is making $12 million this year. He's going to hit the free agent market. He's probably going to get paid 2 to 3 times that a year, and we're probably not going to pay that. So he's going to go on somewhere else and deservedly make a boatload of cash. He's going to be replaced by somebody who's going to be making less than $1 million. Pretty much everybody on this team is. Gunnar Henderson makes less than $1 million. He makes. How's this for a reality check? James McCann alone this season is making more money than an Orioles lineup I could put together that would have Jackson Holliday, Kobe Mayo, Colton Cowser, Jordan Westberg, Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman. All right, this is an 0-1 pitch lifted into the right field foul ground area and out of play by Otto Lopez. Otto Lopez is at the plate here to lead off the bottom of the fifth, and he's got an 0-2 count. Corbin Burnes is only on 51 pitches, doing great. So, yeah, long story short, folks, as I should get the chat back up here. Oh, big gun means big arm. But, yeah, it's still, my point holds water. We've got that money to extend people, namely Gunnar and Adley, and, start working our way down the line. And to go out there and, afford a pitching contract for an established pitcher. This pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Where's the button?
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Otto Lopez strikes out to begin the bottom of the fifth. Tony is Tony's definitely deserving of the whatever he gets paid as a free agent. Okay, this will bring up Jonah Bride. Jonah Bride, folks. Again, a vision of what it might have been like had I become a major leaguer, as this is a pitch in the dirt. First pitch was a strike, so the count is now 1-1 on Jonah Bride. 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the fifth. Corbin Burnes pitching a gem so far. Here's a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 is off the plate outside, 2-2. Hey, what I will say about, I think for the longest time, especially when it came to pitching, there's a lot of, certain franchises get certain reputations, and unfortunately for the Orioles, through a lot of the Angelos years, as this pitch is low and away to Bride, and the count has gone full on him. 1 down, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. A lot of players just didn't want to come play for us. They saw us as a team that didn't have a whole lot of direction, and outside of a couple of pockets of years where we were competitive, a team that wasn't too competitive. So, it was hard to go out there and get top names, especially pitchers, because our ballpark, until we moved that left field wall back, notorious for being a hitter's park. Pitchers didn't want to come here to pitch for a couple of reasons. Emmanuel Rivera at the plate. He looks at a called strike. Runner at first, 1 out. Did I even tell you how he got there? Jonah Bride is on with a walk. Did I say that? I hope so. I feel a little bit discombobulated, folks. I'm going to have to light this up. I waited too long. 0-1 pitch is fouled back off to the right, behind the plate. Lovely. 0-2 count on Rivera. Runner at first, 1 out. 6-0 Baltimore in the bottom of the 5th. Orioles trying to avoid the sweep and wind up with a 3-3 road trip. This ball's popped up on the infield. Second base, Norby camped under it. He's got it. That's the 2nd out here in the 5th. Special lucky.
I'm a lucky strike man from way back. So
here's Nick Fortes. Or Fortes. Maybe I'm putting the stress on the wrong syllable. Here's a check on the runner. He's back in with a slide. Or a dive, I should say. I really do need to hit this thing. This pitch is right in there to Fortes for called strike 1. 0-1 on Fortes. 2 down, runner at first. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Nice slider there by Corbin. The count is 0-2. Forgive me, folks. I just feel just completely spaced out for some reason. I don't know what it is. Just a little bit spaced out. This ball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Get on out of here now.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
So Fortes strikes out and the inning is over. Corbin Burnes has qualified for the win. 5 shutout innings in the books on just 2 hits. We go to the 6th. 6-0 Orioles. What's wrong with me right now? I don't know. Do I remember what Dexter Fowler did to the Orioles 7 or 8 years ago? Well, I remember Dexter Fowler, but unfortunately, Calvin, 7 or 8 years ago, I was really not following the Orioles at all. This is something I've gone over before, but it's probably been a while, and there's probably several people that have been tuning in that didn't know this about me, but before I started this channel, I had about a 10-year run as a writer for NBC Sports, covering the Premier League, the English Soccer League. You know, your Manchester Uniteds, your Chelseas, your Liverpools. And, I live out here, halfway around the world. So with that being the case, and having to cover a completely different sport that operates on completely different hours, the one sacrifice I had to make to do a great job for a great company while living in a great place, I had all the things I wanted. I had to sacrifice following my team. And this is sort of penance for that, creating this channel and rekindling my love affair for my beloved Orioles. After a 10-year run, the NBC let me go. And, don't have to go much into detail about it, but long story short, the department decided to steer more towards in the direction of writing content for sports betting, which I was not there for. I did not sign up for that. I was there covering sports for fantasy sports, providing information on players, injury reports, transfer rumors. Transfers are like trades in soccer. Hey, Colton Cowser's at the plate. I tell you what, I am so spaced out right now. Called strike to Cowser after first pitch was ball one. 1-1 the count on Cowser. Wake up, Steve. By the way, we got a new pitcher on the mound. Declan, is this name right? Declan Cronin. Declan Cronin is on the pitch. And this pitch is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. We are in the top of the 6th. It is 6-0 Baltimore. And your boy BW can't focus. There's a called strike. And the count is 2-2. I don't know what it is. What is this camera angle I'm looking at? I have no idea what the Miami broadcast team is doing with this camera shot right now. That made 0 sense. They must be getting bored on these broadcast teams. The 2-2 to Cowser is a called strike 3. Cowser goes down looking. But hey, he's had the biggest hit of the ball game. I'm not about to fault him for that. We'll have to call upon
the Hayes.
Austin Hayes coming up now with 1 down the top of the 6th. He's got a base hit today. This one's hit on the ground. Shortstop, backhanded, Edwards. Strong throw, but it's dropped by Jonah Bride. Here comes the Bride. Can't field worth a damn. Uh-oh.
Stop it.
Wait a minute, what happened? Oh, bring that back.
Big buck. Stop it all.
I mean, that was not even a short hop. Bride just flat out dropped a ball thrown to him at first base. How do you do that? Here comes the Bride. Can't catch the ball. Do. All right. 0-1 count on Connor Norby at the plate. And now it's 0-2 on the called strike.
Connor. Oh, hi.
Tell me about it, Verve. It lost me a job. And I spent the past 2 years trying to recover from that. Had a heart attack in the meantime and heart surgery. So that's the big story for BW. Working his way back from hitting some pretty low times. As this pitch is up and in on Connor Norby. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hey, it's a low turnout today. I might as well spill the beans. Learn more about BW. And where he's coming from. The 1-2 pitch to Norby is hit on the ground, the short. And this is going to be a double play. Yep, a double play ball. Connor Norby grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. Brandon Hyde, they're showing him looking around as if to say maybe we want to check this. It was a bang-bang play at first base. But Hyde is just standing there with his palm turned like this. Like, I don't know. Well, if you don't know, Brandon, neither do we. The inning is over. The ball went through the webbing. What, for the Bride guy? Is that what happened, Rob? Oh, I see Baxter saying it too. Ah, well, I guess I owe Bride an apology. I'm sorry, Bride. You know what?
I apologize for Baltimore.
I really do. If that was an equipment issue, then I apologize, Mr. Bride. Those lookies aren't good for your heart. Oh, well. I guess it's compensated by how it's good for my mind. You can't have it all, Mr. Hyde. What can I tell you? I'm just like anybody else, just trying to figure out a way to enjoy the time I got on this planet and manage it the best I can. And part of that is done with a special lucky. And trust me, if you had a neurological disorder like I did, you'd be smoking a lot of these too. But hey, I had the surgery. Doc said the heart's brand new. So if it took 45 years to get there, I'm not going to live till 90. I'm playing with house money. Eh, boy. Yeah. You know what? I just smoke and I leave it at that. That's what I do. I'm not sitting here trying to, glorify it in any way, people. It's just, this is what I do. That's what I do. I'm just happy to be alive to see it more normalized. To where I can do it in an environment like this. Here's Jazz Chisholm, and he takes a called strike. Corbin Burnes out for his 6th inning of work. Facing the top of the order. Next pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Chisholm. And the 1-1 is swung on and missed. A pitch at the top of the zone, 94 miles an hour. And 1-2 the count. I don't know about you guys, but I think by the time I hit 40, I realized, yep, I think I got to get busy living here. After hitting a certain age and getting a certain diagnosis, I'm like, yeah. I'm going to start just doing the things I want to do, and even if I don't have the resources, I'll do it. I'll do it somehow. I'll figure out a way. Here's a curveball low and in on Jazz Chisholm. We've got a full count here to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 6th. Well, Verve, maybe you'll be happy to know as this ball is grounded. Backhanded by Norby. He pops up and throws to first. What a beautiful play by Connor Norby to get the fast-running Jazz Chisholm. Holy cow, Connor Norby. Show me something in the field.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Oh, you did not just do that. That was crazy.
I mean, that was impressive from Connor Norby. 1 out. Here's a breaking ball to Xavier Edwards, low and outside for ball 1. I used to be on Newports. Candy cigarettes. Hey there, Pocket Watch. Why not do more than just drop by? As we have a ground ball to first base, Mountcastle will flip to Burnes covering the bag. And that'll end the inning. Or no, excuse me, that's 2 down. That's 2 down. Don't jump the gun yet there, BW. 1 more out to get. But Corbin Burnes is cruising. 73 pitches here in the 6th. He could surely go 7. Yeah, pocket watch. Why not hang around a little while? Oh, by the way, that reminds me, folks. Oh, my God, I got something special lined up for you. I got something special lined up for you as Josh Bell swings and misses at a cutter on the outside edge. 0-1 on Bell. Bell is 0 for 2 today. He's up there with the bases empty, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. And this one's low to make the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Man, look at these camera angles where they don't let you see that empty-ass upper deck. It is so hilarious. The 1-1 pitch is low, and that is... I didn't think Bell would ever swing at it. He does. And he misses. 1-2 the count. Yeah, folks, hang in there. Nobody go anywhere. Something special coming up here in a moment from your boy BW. I know you're intrigued. The 1-2 pitch to Bell is hit in the air. Center field and deep. Going back. Cowser, he's looking up, and that ball clears the wall. Josh Bell has got the Marlins on the board with a solo home run. He's up to 12 on the season. That's his 2nd homer in the series. Broadcast team crediting him with a 399-foot shot. Let's see what they call it here on the screen and see if they are synced up. Hey, you guys know. You see that? Look at that. 399. I swear, I just saw it on the screen, and they're saying 422. So, for whatever reason, the Marlins measure these home runs about 30 feet shorter than anybody else. Couldn't tell you why. I mean, that ball looked like it was hit well over 400 feet. As this ball's hit to right field by... Who was that? Who was that masked man? De La Cruz? Brian De La Cruz flies out to right field and the inning is over. Oh, no need to ugh, Mr. Hyde. You know Corbin Burnes gives up a solo home run every start he makes. That's just what he does. Usually he does it in the 1st or 2nd or maybe 3rd inning. Tonight he said, I'll do it in the 6th. He's going to come out and pitch the 7th, and we're going to be just fine. And speaking of just fine, folks, I want to talk... Whoop, look out. I want to talk about how just fine I'm finding the Charm City chat. I'm feeling like being a giver. Folks, why don't you take a look under your chair and see if you find something. Let's see. Let's see if this happens. Hello. What did I just do? Oh, look at these. Look at these names popping up out of nowhere. We've got 5 new members. 5 new Magic members gifted from yours truly. BW. Just like that. And guess what? I think I might do it again tomorrow night when we take on the Padres. So come on back and hang out for a ball game. Folks, you deserve it today because, I mean, again, we're playing the Marlins. 3-game losing streak. It's a day game on a getaway day on a weekday afternoon. The numbers are low. I'm not going to make much bread from this revenue-wise. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly a killing on a good night, but trust me, it's going to be chicken scratch with this game. But hey, I want to see some more Magic members out there. So we got Bread Axe. Now, Bread Axe, if you're here... Now, I don't know if it gifts people if they have to be in chat in the moment, or if just anybody who's subscribed. Now, that I don't know. I guess I'll have to look into that. I would assume if any of the 5 people that have been gifted a membership might just say, hey, thanks, BW. Random to anybody. Don't have to be there. Well, damn. Maybe I'm randomly a member on some other channel that I haven't been to in who knows how long. I got to check in with all my channels. Didn't have my allow gifts on since I don't. Oh, I'm sitting here looking at the wrong screen. We're back underway, folks. And there's already one out in the inning. Holy cow. James McCann already flew out. Gunnar Henderson's at the plate with a 1-1 count. And I absolutely spaced out again. Cronin, the right-hander, is on the mound here for the Marlins. Gunnar lifts a fly ball foul out to the left side. And the count is 1-2. Man, oh man, I got to get it together. How about the brawl between the Met and Yankee fans in the atrium under section? Is that today, Yoko? Or is that last night? I don't know when this happened. They haven't played today yet, I guess, so it must have been yesterday. Haven't heard anything about it. This pitch to Gunnar is low for ball 2. 2-2 the count on Gunnar. And I should have the sub screen up when he's at the plate. That is the tradition. Yanks aren't playing today. Hey, we finally get to make up a game. Here's a tapper back toward the pitcher, and Henderson grounds out. Gunnar.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom. His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom. His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Maybe I just haven't played it enough tonight. I don't know what it is. Come on, Gunnar. You got to get out of this funk. We got a big homestand coming up. Jordan Westberg coming up now.
Well, west is that way.
2 down, base is empty, top of the 7th, and this pitch is high for ball 1. Westberg is 0 for 3 tonight. The 1-0 is going to be hit into right center. Jazz Chisholm makes another outstanding diving catch. My goodness, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Color me impressed. Somebody is going to have to add another player to the deal to get this guy. Holy cow. Every team looking for a bat like this, who can also field like that, can run. Whoa, Dr. Jazz Chisholm showing you a little bit of everything in this series. What a catch that was. Gunnar's wore out from, oh, is that what it is? You know what it's like? Gunnar Henderson's going through that same thing that Roy Hobbs had to go through in The Natural, you know, when he started dating Kim Basinger or whatever, because she was like bad luck because Roy Hobbs was tapping her. I always thought that was a funny part of the plot. Like, really, Roy Hobbs, you're in a slump because you're banging Kim Basinger? That's the problem? Okay. Otherwise, you're Ted Williams. Okay. I really like The Natural, but except for the plot. I like the baseball part of it all. Motivated to get out of there. Was there a spoiler? I don't know if there was a spoiler. Oh, Jazz is motivated to get out of there. I tell you what, it does feel that way. I mean, he put it all into both those catches tonight. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I mean, thank gosh in heaven, it's probably not going to have any bearing on the outcome of the ball game. But hey, here we go. We are now in the bottom of the... Where the hell are we? Your boy... Man, I think I'm just tired. Look. All right, this one's popped up into the air. It's Jesus Sanchez at the plate on a 1-0 pitch. It's hit into left field. Austin Hayes is there to make the catch. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Corbin Burnes just threw his 80th pitch of the night, and he's got a very good chance of completing 7 innings here. Maybe it's maybe it's getting the aircon fixed and all this like fresh, clean air blowing in on me, on my face. It's like pure oxygen. I don't know how to breathe it in. Otto Lopez grounds out quickly. There's 2 down. And this is the worst play calling I've done in quite some time. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I'm just spaced out right now. I don't know what it is. It ain't like the first time I didn't have a special lucky on stream or anything. Here's Jonah Bride at the plate. A victim of bad webbing. And webbing kind of sounds like wedding. And his name is Bride. So there's probably a joke in there somewhere, but with the way my brain's working, I'm not going to be able to figure it out. This ball is dumped into right field for a base hit. 2-out single for Jonah Bride. And there goes the Bride to first base. I guess that's what it is. Maybe it's just, you know what it is? I think, Mr. Hyde, I'm not saying this is what you were saying, but you've keyed me in on what I think it is. I've been so tensed up because of the way we've been playing lately, and now that I feel like things are comfortable right now, I guess like my whole body, it's like, you know, when you hold something in, you know what I'm talking about, and then you finally feel like you're in a place where you can relax and let go. I'm just mentally in that place right now. Rivera is at the plate with 2 down and a runner at first. First pitch is a strike. And the next one is a curveball that is fouled off to the right. Quickly 0-2 on Emmanuel Rivera, who's 0 for 2 today. Yeah, I think it's just, between stuff going on, personal life, and the way these last 3 games have gone, I just think, I think I just sort of needed to exhale here. There's a swing and a miss, and is that a completed out? McCann picked up the ball as if to tag, but I guess Rivera gave up because he's walking back to the dugout, so that means...
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Folks... 7 scoreless. And did I even forget the 7th inning stretch? Oh my God. That's how you know, folks. That is how you know. That is the first time I've ever done that. I've never forgotten a 7th inning stretch, and I did it tonight for the first time ever.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country
101 games into the season. Game number 102.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
No pancakes.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Holy Toledo. 102 games. I don't know what it is, but I'm being upfront about it. I'm being as transparent about it as humanly possible. Like right now I'm slumped in my chair. Do you notice the headspace right now? I'm slumped in my chair. Like, I don't know what it is. Look, folks, I'll just leave it at I take medication. I'm sure many of you out there do too for whatever you got and whatever's going on. But it's the same stuff. There's nothing new going on. Yeah, the Lucky is the same old Lucky from the same batch of Luckies that I'm used to. Everything's normal. But I'll be damned. Maybe somebody slipped something in BW's dinner. I don't know. I'm feeling loopy, people, is what I'm trying to tell you, which is probably not good for a guy doing a live play-by-play sports broadcast. I tell you what, folks, if I'm able to make it through the rest of this broadcast with my dignity intact, I promise you this.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
All right? That's a promise. All right, I'm going to do my best here. Anthony Santander is at the plate, folks, to begin the top of the 8th. How about that? Let's get some taters up. Maybe it'll get my focus back. First pitch is low and in for ball 1 to Tony Taters.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Mr. Hyde, that is quite the high compliment. John Lowenstein, growing up, was my favorite color guy. This pitch is low for ball 2. 2-0 on Anthony Santander. Mr. Hyde making me feel nostalgic as Santander fouls this one back. 2-1 the count. Leading off the top of the 8th. 6-1 Baltimore. Corbin Burnes has gone 7 innings. Santander, this one is lifted into center field. Chisholm is backing up on it, and his final step will be onto the warning track to make the catch. What a night for Jazz Chisholm in the field. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Time to turn and burn. I don't know. I got a feeling between this inning and the 9th, the Orioles are just going to add on a couple of more runs. Just a couple of more. Not sure who, not sure when. This one's high for ball 1. Just to even things out, you know. The Marlins have won the series. They really shouldn't have gone that way. This pitch is a little bit up and outside. 2-0 on Ryan O'Hearn. Cronin's next pitch is swung on and grounded to second on a bounce to Lopez, who will throw to first. It's a routine grounder. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Cantankerous. Hello. Hello to you. What's my... I thought I'd added one other thing in here. Here's Ryan Mountcastle, folks. And he swings and hits one to the opposite field down the line for a fair ball. It's going to be a double for Ryan Mountcastle. He slides in the second. How about that? A double from Mountie. So Mountie.
Okay, mount up.
With a double, which is what? Time to turn on the sprinklers. That's what that means. Wow. That is Ryan Mountcastle's 100th career double. How about that? That's history making.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
Colton Cowser is at the plate, folks. And he takes a called strike on a backdoor slider. Colton Cowser, what a night. 1 for 2, a walk, and a 3-run homer. It is 6-1 Orioles. Pocket watch here in the top of the 8th. 2 out in the inning, runner at second. And the pitch is outside now. 1-1 the count on Colton Cowser. Marlins have a right-hander getting loose in the bullpen. From a side angle, I couldn't tell you who it was. This pitch is on the bottom of the zone for a called strike. 1-2 on Cowser. Yeah, Pocket. We're cruising right now. We're cruising, Pocket. The hat already said yesterday he's on vacation today. Hat said, yeah, I'm not needed. Swing and a miss. Cowser chases one about half a foot off the plate. So he goes down on strikes. And we're heading to the bottom of the 8th, folks. We are getting closer towards ending this 3-game losing streak. And breathing a sigh of relief, picking up a half game on a day where the Yankees do not play. And already Still ahead in the loss column. Let's take a look at that current standings and see where a win would put us. So, yeah, we would be back 1 win ahead and then 3 up in the loss column. So, again, folks, that will change if we win today to 2 games up, but it's more than 2 games up. It's more than that. It's really 3 games up. 3-7 in our last 10. Excuse me. I mean, folks, if that doesn't tell you how things have gone lately, only the White Sox, who are absolutely dreadful, 50 games under 500 now. So I can't even count them. Don't even count them. The only other team besides the White Sox that have had a worse 10 games than us in the American League are the Mariners. We are 3-7 in the last 10. Also, by the way, the loss yesterday put us at 60-41. That is the first time all season that our winning percentage has been below 600. And I think that's why I sort of, what do you call it? Blew my lid off or whatever yesterday. I mean, I was pretty heated yesterday because I knew that. I knew that to be a fact without bringing it up. That we were on the verge of slipping below that 600 winning percentage. Because in my mind, again, having talked to a lot of you out there in Charm City Chat, a few of you very, very pessimistic about things all season long. In my mind, as long as we're playing 600 ball, there's not too much to worry about. I mean, you can sit there and point out the things you got to work on, but in terms of results, things are fine. Well, now we've dipped below that. Corbin Burnes, by the way, is out here to begin the 8th inning. How about that? First pitch is ball 1. And the next one is up and in. 2-0 on Fortes, the number 9 hitter. Corbin Burnes going for an 8th inning of work here. 6-1 Orioles. This pitch is hit in the air to the right side and slicing foul into the stands. 2-1 the count on Fortes. Burnes is up to 89 pitches. And if he can go 1, 2, 3 here, I think he can complete 8 innings. Right around 102 pitches, I'd say. Has another foul ball off to the right. That's the thing that starts to get to a pitcher when he's nearing the end of the line, is when those foul balls start to mount up. As your stuff starts to lose a little bit of its crispness. This one's lined over the glove of Gunnar Henderson into left field for a base hit. So there you go, a leadoff single for the Marlins. Nick Fortes, the number 9 hitter, reaches base. And now it's probably going to be a batter-to-batter situation here for Corbin Burnes. I would think if another runner gets on base, it might be the end of the day for him. Jazz Chisholm at the plate. I suppose it's better to have Burnes face Jazz than anybody we got in our pen. So you might as well keep him out here for this. First pitch is a curveball. Check swing. Appeal, no swing. 1-0 the count on Chisholm here. Base is, excuse me. Runner at first base. Nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Marlins at the plate, and here's a swing and a miss. A big cut by Chisholm. 1-1 the count. Jacob Webb is up for the Orioles. So there is somebody ready for Burnes if he cannot get through the inning. I'm sorry, I've left this on the standings page. Here's a bunt attempt. Burnes, though, pounces on it, throws to first in plenty of time. Man, a lot of zip on that throw to first when it really didn't need to be. I guess that's, for some pitchers, they just have to throw to first that way. They're just used to throwing the ball hard. But Chisholm retired. Runner at second base after that bunt attempt. It was not a sacrifice by any means, although they are ruling it that on the screen here. That is not a sacrifice. How are you? Yahoo! Have you lost your mind? Clearly, Chisholm was bunting for a hit. Xavier Edwards is at the plate. First pitch to him is for ball 1. As you can see, well, now it's just popped on to the next result. So now we're getting spoilers here. Try to keep it back down here. This ball is grounded in through the hole on the right side for a base hit. Rounding third and coming in to score is Fortes. And the Marlins have scored their second run of the day on an RBI single by Xavier Edwards. What a series this kid's had. I have to admit, didn't know a thing about him 2 days ago. And now I do. Switch hitter. And he's gotten on base several times in this series. So with a run in and Burnes pitch count getting up there to 96, that's going to be the end of the day for him. Corbin Burnes exits, and he is shaking his head. Not sure if he's frustrated that he came out to even pitch the 8th. Maybe, I'm sure he wanted to. I guess he's just upset that he couldn't get the job done. We're making a call to the bullpen, folks. The Orioles lead this one 6-2 now. Probably going to be Jacob Webb coming out. The bullpen for the Orioles last night really bit them hard. We fell behind 3-0 and waited quite some time until Cowser got us that 3-run base-clearing double to tie the ball game. And as soon as we went and did that, and Albert Suarez was out of the ball game, our bullpen could not get the job done. All we need today is 5 outs. Corbin Burnes goes 7 1/3, 6 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, and there's a runner out there that's his responsibility. Yeah, that might be true, Shante. That might be true. It's becoming a lost art these days, the complete game. I brought this up once before, and maybe I did it at a time when my channel was too small to drum up much of a conversation about it. And hell, maybe it won't drum up much of a conversation now. It is a bit of a light day, and maybe the topic's just plain boring, but oh no, now I've completely forgot about what I was going to say. Josh Bell is at the plate. Oh my goodness, I'm really having a tough night. This pitch is low and in. It'll come to me. Low and in on Josh Bell with Jacob Webb out here in relief of Corbin Burnes. 1 out and a runner at first. Danny Coulombe back would be nice. It won't be for another month now, I think, right? Maybe 5 to 6 weeks. By the way, Mateo, MRI result, dislocated elbow. 1-1 the count on Bell. And that is a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So dislocated elbow for Mateo, which really is best case scenario. There is no like ligament damage, structural damage, as this one is swung on and missed by Bell, and he has struck out. How about that?
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
So the typical timetable for a dislocated elbow is about 6 weeks for recovery. So if that holds to be true for Mateo, then what looked to be from the naked eye in real time to be perhaps a season-ending injury might not be the end of the season for Mateo, as this one is swung on and missed by De La Cruz, who's at the plate with 2 out and runner at first. 0-1 on Brian De La Cruz, who's 1 for 3 today. Again, I can't keep up, but I don't know what it is. I guess as soon as this game's over, I'm going to collapse. I must be working on some sort of alternate battery backup, as this one's in there for a strike on a sweeper there by Webb. 0-2 the count on De La Cruz. So there you go. 6 weeks. 4 weeks in a sling, 2 weeks of rehab. That adds up, right? So that's fantastic news regarding Mateo because, yeah, it really stinks for him to have that injury at all. It stinks to lose him for any amount of time at all, but it would really have hurt to not have those legs and the tools that he brings. This is a base hit down the left field line, a fair ball into the corner, and this is going to drive in a run. A 2-out RBI double by Brian De La Cruz. And suddenly, we're going to have to get Craig Kimbrell up. It is a 3-run ball game here now in the bottom of the 8th. So Corbin Burnes will finish up having given up 3 runs as the inherited runner scores. That's the 18th double of the season for De La Cruz, the second one he's hit today. That'll bring up Jesus Sanchez, and the first pitch is up and in from Webb. We need to get Kimbrell up. This game's getting a little tighter. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Your boy's locking in now. Here we go. Maybe I was leaning back too much. I got to lean forward with my terrible posture and hunchback. 2-0 the count on Sanchez. Yenier Cano is getting loose. I don't know if that's simply in case he's needed in this inning or what, but here's a swing and a miss on a pitch that was off the plate outside, and the count is 2-1 on Jesus Sanchez. Hang in there, Shante. The 2-1 pitch is on the inside edge for called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on a well-placed changeup by Jacob Webb. Holy cow. Next pitch is a little bit low, 3-2. Payoff pitch is fouled off to the left, out of play. Folks, I'll be back in just a sec. I'll still be on the mic. Hang in there. Here comes another 3-2 pitch from Webb to Sanchez, and this is swung on and missed, and the inning is over.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Jacob Webb allows the inherited runner to score after a double by De La Cruz. The Marlins have made it a 3-run ball game, and we're going to the 9th. It's the Orioles 6, the Marlins 3. And I will be right back. All right. Getting ready for the 9th inning here, folks. SGA, 2-month Magic member. How are you doing? I'm hanging in there pretty good there, buddy. Hoping to see a 3-game losing streak off and get the hell out of Southern Florida with a win and salvage a 3-3 record on this 6-game road trip following the All-Star break. Started off fantastic. 2 wins in Texas. 3 losses straight, and now looking to make it a 3-3 trip. JT Charjois. Someone might have to tell me how the hell you pronounce this, but that's what I'm going with here. Is on the pitch. Right-hander for the Marlins. Chargois. I'm not going to say Chargois because that sounds like an idiotic American reading a menu in some foreign country. It's got to be something like Chargois. All right, here's a swing and a miss by Austin Hayes, and he has fallen behind Chargois. I'm going with it. 0-2 the count. This pitch is off the plate to Austin Hayes, and the count is 1-2. Is it Chargois? Calvin says it's Chargois. How about Sade? This one's low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is no ordinary love. Sade no good. 2-2 pitch. It's lined right through the middle for a base hit. Austin Hayes with a hard liner for a base hit. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game. Turn on the faucet. And that'll bring up Connor Norby to the plate. Folks, Norby, first time, or last time up.
Connor. Oh, hi.
Oh, what a swing he had. Opposite field home run as he fouls this first pitch away. It's 6-3 Orioles here in the top of the 9th. Runner at first, nobody out. The Marlins have crept back to within 3. Orioles now looking for some insurance. And the 0-1 to Norby is lifted foul behind the plate, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Foul back again. It'll stay no balls and 2 strikes. Norby with a home run and also a very fine play in the field tonight. He has absolutely made a mark in his first start since being recalled from Norfolk. This pitch is hit on the line. Well, actually, it's softly hit on the ground, but Norby is going to beat it out. How about that? Connor Norby beats out a slow grounder to short. I said it was on a line. I was wrong. This was a worm burner. Edwards scooped it up, but didn't get enough juice on the throw, and Norby hustling down the line. Well done by Norby. And now we can turn on the sprinklers as we have first and second and nobody out. And that's enough for me to say it's time for a rally. We're going over here. James McCann's at the plate. Hey, he had a 2-out RBI in this ball game. And he swings and misses at a pitch up and in. McCann 1 for 3 on the day. I can't expect any kind of small ball or situational hitting here, despite the fact that, oh my God, look at this play. McCann with a flare off the bat, straight at the shortstop, who catches it right next to the second base bag, and the shortstop was closer to the bag than Austin Hayes was, and he just tags the bag for a double play. I mean, that is just about as...
Big buck, stop it all.
All right. Gunnar Henderson time, folks. 2 down, runner at first. And the first pitch to him is on the outside. Looked outside to me, but it's called a strike. Gunnar is 0 for 4 tonight. He has been scuffling. He is ready to get back to Baltimore. One more chance to make it right. Here in southern Florida, the pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe it's because I keep forgetting to play this one before he starts going.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
I'm just not on my game tonight, folks. 1-1 the count. This one's in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. It is 6-3 Orioles in the top of the 9th. Last chance to add on. 2 out with a runner at first. Gunnar Henderson at the plate with a 2-1 count. And the next pitch is a check swing, appeal, no swing, 3-1. 3-1. Craig Kimbrell's getting loose. Cano is still standing up, but he's probably just up in case the Orioles take a huge lead. As Gunnar hits one, he smokes it into left field for a base hit. Oh, man, Gunnar Henderson. Why did we have to have that double play? Gunnar finally able to do something, but with 2 down, it's just runners at first and second now. But at least Gunnar finally gets a nice swing on the ball here for a base hit. 1 for 5 today now. And that'll get Jordan Westburg up.
Well, West is that way.
Yes, Shantae, I realize that. Thank you. There's a called strike on a slider. I do apologize, folks. I'm just unavailable from time to time. This one is swung on and missed. And the count is 0-2 on Westburg. Next pitch is lifted in the air to left off the bat, and it's going to just hang up there for a while. And eventually De La Cruz makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Orioles fail to add on. a double play ball right in the middle of a rally, and it ends with nothing. We go to the bottom of the ninth, folks. It's time to call upon Craig Kimbrell.
Close the door.
That's right. Please do it.
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
Craig Kimbrell's got a 3-run lead to work with. And, yeah. This should be a get the job done situation. I don't want to have any nonsense here. No nonsense. That's what I call it, a no-nonsense ninth. I'm going to trademark that. Don't take it. I've already spoken over the airwaves. It's trademarked. The no-nonsense ninth. I guess we can go back over here. Is there any other activity going on here in the games? Hey, the Tigers are up on the Guardians 3-0. That's good news. Only other game going on. And your boy's going to have to sign off right after this game's over. No place to send you, and I got to go. Oh, is that a game? Padres up 3-0? Why couldn't I see that? Oh, because that one started. Technically, where I live, that one started yesterday. Sorry about that. Yeah, that game is in the middle of the fifth. 3-0 Padres. Sorry about that. All right, Craig Kimbrell's out there, folks. Here we go.
Close the door. Close the door.
Kimbrell has 27 career saves against the Marlins. How about that? Sure, a lot of that done during his years with the Braves. Here we go. It's Otto Lopez up first, who's 0 for 3 tonight, and the first pitch is high for ball 1. Couple of groundouts and a strikeout for Lopez. This one is swung on and lined to third on a bounce. And Westberg will throw across the diamond in time, 1 down. 1 out.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to keep our composure.
Just 2 more outs, people. Hang in there. Nick Gordon is on to pinch hit for Jonah Bride. So, always a bridesmaid, never a bride or something? Runaway bride? Gordon hitting .233. Want to know the count on Gordon now. And the next pitch is swung on a miss. Knuckle curve low and in. 1-1 the count. Westberg ain't going down. Westberg's up for good. Westberg's fine. He's going through a tough part, but he's fine. He's just... I saw a little video with Westberg when he was told by Brandon Hyde in his office that he was named to the All-Star team. A 1-2 count here on Gordon. And this one is grounded past the pitcher to second base, and Norby falls down as he goes to field this ball, which means Gordon will reach on an infield single. It was going to be a tough play for Norby, who had to charge in a long way to get this, and he was going to make maybe a flip or a toss of some sort to Mountcastle from about 20 feet away. But he went right to the ground, tripping over himself. Forgot what my last train of thought was. Oh, yeah. Westberg, his plate approach, again, Brandon Hyde talked about this in his office when he was talking about Westberg getting called to the All-Star game. This is another pinch hitter, Vidal Brujan, at the plate, who takes a knuckle curve for a, what is the count? That was a strike? Okay. My goodness. I don't think this scoreboard is right. I've seen 2 pitches. Why does it say 0-1? Here's what is, I'm told, an 0-1 pitch, and it's a low. 1 ball, 1 strike. I could have sworn I saw a pitch before the... Okay, now they've got it updated. It's 2-1. 2-1 the count. I should just trust in my eyes and not somebody else working a computer entering numbers. This pitch is up and away. 3-1. Come on, Kimmy. 3-1 count on this guy. Vidal Brujan. 3-1 pitch is called a strike. Just catches the inside edge. Count has gone full here. Runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. The payoff pitch is fouled back. Still 3-2 on Vidal Brujan, left-handed batter who's on to pinch hit for the right-handed catcher Nick Fortes. Jazz Chisholm is on, or no, he's on to pinch hit for Emmanuel Rivera. Excuse me. Apparently I've jumped the gun because that's ball 4. And the scoreboard page is already showing Nick Fortes being pinch hit for now by Jake Berger. It's Berger at the plate. So back-to-back pinch hitters here against Craig Kimbrell as the Marlins are bringing out all the tools in the box. We got a meeting on the mound here.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper, make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Jake Berger, not the most impressive stats out there, folks, but he has been hitting in the 3 spot in the first couple of games of this series. He does hit the ball hard. He is a someone to not take lightly here in this situation. The Orioles now facing the tying run at the plate here with 1 out in the 9th. Craig Kimbrell giving us a little bit more anxiety as we tried to lock this game down. First pitch to Berger is bounced in there for ball 1. A double play could end the ball game. And that is the depth in which the Oriole infield is playing. 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. Knuckle curve. Kisses the bottom of the zone. 1-1 the count on Jake Berger. Oh boy, and I feel like I'm finally coming back to normal here. This pitch is low and away in the dirt. 2-1 the count. I might actually be able to come back on screen before the end of the ball game. Hang in there, folks. Two balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch from Kimbrell is swung on and missed. Heater at the top of the zone. Count even up at 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. 6-3 Orioles. Marlins have the tying run at the plate. Runners at first and second. It is a 2-2 count on Jake Berger. Jazz Chisholm is on deck. The pitch. And that is on the outside edge, and Kimbrel does not get the call. I mean, come on.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
I mean, this pitch, for a closer to nail that edge, what are you doing? The payoff pitch is outside for ball 4. This umpire.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
Bases are loaded now with 1 out, and Jazz Chisholm is coming up to the plate. The last guy you want to see in this spot. Good Lord, JJ. JJ going nuts in chat. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read a damn thing, but I can I can make out. We got runners at every base here. 1 out. Jazz Chisholm at the plate, folks. Hang in there. Hang on to your hats. First pitch from Kimbrel is a knuckle curve. Called a strike. Bottom of the zone on the outside corner. Tough pitch. Call could have gone either way. Credit to Chisholm. He just said, fine, I'm ready for the next pitch. 0-1 the count. And the next one is swung on and hit on the ground, and Gunnar has it. He drops the ball, and everybody is safe. Good Lord Almighty. At least get 1 out of that situation. Gunnar Henderson flat out drops the ball. Unbelievable.
Big buck, stop it all.
It was a very similar play Anthony Volpe booted on that come-from-behind win in the 9th against the Yankees in that final game before the All-Star break. Everybody is safe. It is now 6-4 with 1 out, bases loaded. Xavier Edwards coming up to the plate, and he's already had 2 hits tonight and several more in this series. With runners in scoring position on the season, 17 at-bats, 7 hits. That's a better than 400 average. The first pitch from Kimbrel is swung on and popped up off to the left side, foul. Hang in there, folks. It's a bumpy ride. Oh, 0-1 the count. The pitch. That one's in there, called strike. And it's 0-2. Fastball from Kimmy. Edwards calls for time, and your boy is about to return. How you doing, everybody? Maybe my return will help us get out of this ball game. 0-2 pitch is swung on, an excuse me swing, and this will be fouled out of play. Still 0-2 on Edwards. One out in the bottom of the 9th with the bases loaded. The Marlins are down 2. A base hit could tie the ball game. And McCann waves his hands, I guess asking Kimbrel to step off the mound for some reason, which he does as the Orioles reset. Kimbrel gets another sign. And the 0-2 pitch is inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yenier Cano is still standing in the bullpen, but he's not actively tossing. This pitch is a check swing. Is there an appeal on this? And I guess it wasn't much of a swing at all. The count is 2-2, folks. The count is 2-2 on Edwards. The pitch. This one's hit into left field, and Hayes is there. He makes the catch. A runner will tag and come in to score from third, and that makes it a one-run ball game. Xavier Edwards scores on the sacrifice fly. Or excuse me, who came in to score there? Brujan. Who the hell scored there? I think that's Brujan that comes in there. As Edwards gets the sac fly. We need one more out, folks. That's all I know. We still got a lead. Good God almighty. The Orioles have a meeting on the mound right now. Josh Bell is up next. First and second with 2 down. The tying run is at second. The winning run is at first. And Josh Bell, career against Craig Kimbrell, I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not going to utter that over this microphone. Here we go, folks. Kimbrell's got the sign in the position to throw, and a line drive in the gap, a base hit, and that's going to at least tie the ball game. And if not, win it. And what do we have? We've got a tie ball game, folks. And Jazz Chisholm is at third base. Craig Kimbrell has blown the save. A 3-run lead given to our closer against the Marlins, who sent up a bunch of pinch hitters for the bottom of their order. And it all happened while I was off screen for the most part. I feel partly responsible for this. Kimbrell is being removed from the ball game. We're going to have a call to the bullpen. Yeah, folks, if you were here for my 100th game call 2 games ago, I had brought up this medical condition I have. It's called trigeminal neuralgia, and it affects one in their day-to-day life. What can I say? But I've been very fortunate for symptoms to not crop up too much while I'm streaming, but they cropped up tonight, and I think I can understand why. I was a little bit lightheaded and goofy leading up to that moment, but that's all past now. Everything's back to normal. I'm feeling like my normal self. Holy smokes. Yep, holy smokes is right. Speaking of smokes, Jesus. Talk about needing one now. My goodness. Well, I tell you what, that was tough to see. Where did this game go from? I mean, we had Corbin Burnes going into the 8th inning. We had a 5-1, a 6-1 lead going into the 8th. What the hell happened? Yenier Cano is out here to pitch. De La Cruz is at the plate. First pitch to him is outside for ball one. We have to get him right here. Winning run in the form of Jazz Chisholm is just 90 feet away. There are 2 out. We just need to get this 1 out. This pitch is fouled away. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to De La Cruz here. 1 strike away from ending this nightmare of a win that we have given away and now have to fight back to get back ourselves. This pitch is way off the plate from Cano and damn near went to the backstop, and that would have ended the ball game. James McCann just saved the day by keeping this pitch from going to the backstop, especially with Jazz Chisholm at third base. He could have done jumping jacks to home plate. 2-2 the count. And I guess the runner at first made it up to second base on indifference. They never flashed the camera that way, but I see the scoreboard has a runner there at second now. This pitch is fouled away. 2-2 the count on De La Cruz. We are in the bottom of the ninth, folks, and it is a tie ball game. The Orioles had a 6-1 lead. The Marlins scored 2 in the eighth and now 3 in the ninth. Have runners at second and third, but only the runner at third means anything. This pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And, folks, I know you don't really want to hear sound effects right now.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Well, we will come back now because we have to. We're going extra innings. It is a 6-6 ball game heading to the 10th. My goodness. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. Let's check in with my friend Scarface. Scarface, how you doing over there on the dance floor?
Where you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Kimmy, regarding that save attempt.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Well, I say when you gotta go, you gotta go.
What? Nobody here in Maryland understands a single word you're saying.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
We go to the 10th. Hot damn. The hat is on vacation. I mean, the hat spoke. Folks, we're going to have Anthony Santander to lead it off. So get those taters up in the chat and get them up quick.
That's not a tater tot. That's a tater giant.
Calvin Foucher making his 37th appearance out of the pen for the Marlins, right-hander. Westberg is the ghost runner. I repeat, Jordan Westberg is the ghost runner. Here we go, Anthony Santander. It's ghost runner baseball. Here we go. First pitch is lifted in the air to right and will hook foul out of play. I tell you this, after blowing that save, I'm definitely ready to get an arm that isn't just an added arm to the pin. I'm ready to go get a guy that replaces. This is another foul ball off to the right by Santander. Goes into the upper deck. We finally get a peek at the upper deck here at Lone Depot Park, and it is very, very empty. Folks, I'm ready to do some trading. The pitch is off the plate outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Santander. Tony, do not take a called strike 3, whatever you do. You got to get that ghost runner to third. Any means possible. Any means possible. Westberg, you got to be heading the game as well. The pitch swung on, and that is a base hit in the left field. Westberg will stop at third as that ball's right in front of him. And the Orioles have first and third and nobody out. All right. Anybody got any WD-40? Ryan O'Hearn coming to the plate. Come on now. Come on, everybody. Cedric Mullins is going to come on to pinch run for Anthony Santander. Westberg's at third. Nobody out. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Foucher has not been effective since coming on here in the 10th. The pitch, up and away. Ball 2. 2-0. And the next pitch is swung on and fouled off to the left. 2 balls and 1 strike. Folks, can we find a way to the mountaintop? Trying to right our wrongs here. Here's a called strike on the outside corner to even up the count at 2-2 on Ryan O'Hearn. First and third, nobody out here in the top of the 10th. And the 2-2 pitch is low and away. Full count. Full count. Ryan Mountcastle on deck. All right, here we go. Turn and burn, baby. Turn and burn. Here comes the payoff pitch. And it's swung on and missed. My goodness. Mullins steals second on that pitch. That is something positive out of this situation. But we still got to worry about that runner at third. We got to get him in. There's 1 out. Got to get this runner in from third. Here's Mountie. First pitch to him is swung on and fouled away off to the right.
Okay, mount up.
Mountcastle's 2 for 4 on the night. Westberg's at third base. Mullins is at second. The infield is drawn in, and this pitch is up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foucher's next pitch is swung on line, base hit right field. 1 run is in. Mullins is coming around, and he is out at the plate and down at second base, and out is Mountcastle. Good grief. The Orioles get a go-ahead run, but they just ran into 2 outs. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't even know how to feel about it. I mean, getting a ghost runner in is the bare minimum you want to do, and we did do that. But we ran into 2 outs on 1 play. We go to the bottom of the 10th. It's the Orioles 7, the Marlins 6. Good God almighty. Foucher, Gerald Foucher. What, you mean for the Marlins or coming up for the Orioles? Who are we going to bring out to close it? How many pitches did Cano throw? Cano looked okay. He only got the 1 out. They probably stick with him. He's only thrown 6 pitches. It would go, no, because Cano qualifies for the win now. So there would be no save. It would just be a Cano win. If he can, if somebody comes on to relieve Cano, they would get a save. That's all it takes, Calvin. All it takes is for you to be the pitcher of record when you're the guy that was on the mound when your team takes the lead. That's all it takes. Sometimes you can face 1 batter and get a win. Or a loss. Yeah, double play on a base hit. I mean, again, I don't know how to feel about the result of it all. I mean, we take the lead in extra innings. I'm very used to the days before the ghost runner to be excited. But again, ghost runner. The Marlins are going to have theirs. Mountcastle, not even close at second. I mean, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? All right, here we go. Who is the ghost runner for the Marlins? You wonder, as Cionel Perez. We're going to go to Perez here? Really? Jesus Sanchez is the lefty due up. Perez was not very effective last time out. We're hoping for better this time. Sanchez at the plate. The first pitch is swung on and missed on a pitch way inside. Jesus Sanchez looking to jump on a first pitch. And Perez can hopefully take advantage of getting ahead in the count here. The 0-1 is another swing, and this one's fouled behind the plate. 0-2 the count on Sanchez. A strikeout here would be huge. Anything you can do to get that first out while keeping that runner at second base would greatly increase our chances of escaping with a win right here. There's a called strike 3. Sanchez is caught looking.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
A huge first out here in the bottom of the 10th. That'll bring up Otto Lopez, and the Marlins have already emptied the tank when it comes to pinch hitters. Here's Lopez. The first pitch is up and away. As that ball left Perez's hand early, you could tell. Lopez is 0 for 4 tonight. We need to keep it 0 for something. With that runner at second base and 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 96, a sinker. Bottom of the zone on the inside corner. Very well-placed pitch there by Cionel Perez. The Marlins have some bullpen activity going on in case this game goes to another inning. 0-1 pitch. That one's hit on the ground. Third base. Westberg checks the runner and throws to first in time. 2 down in the inning. And job well done. Jordan Westberg understanding the situation. Just a little bit of a delay there making sure that runner at second was kept in check and then throws to first in time. We need one more out. We need one more out. Nick Gordon is at the plate. And he takes off the plate outside for ball one. Gordon was the first of the barrage of pinch hitters in the ninth. And he got that first hit. And this ball got away. And the tying run is going to move up to third base. Can we make this any closer? It is now 2-0 on Nick Gordon with a tying run now at third on a wild pitch. What left is there to happen? 2-0 the count on Gordon. The pitch is swung on and missed, and boy, that pitch was right down the middle. But it was fast, 96 miles an hour from Perez. Infield playing Gordon a pull. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2 the count. The Marlins are down to their final strike. They have the tying run at third. The pitch. Outside ball three. And everything is completely maxed out. Full count, 2 out in the bottom of the 10th. The Orioles with a 7-6 lead. Perez with the sign. The pitch. Up and in. Swung on and missed. Strike three. And the Orioles have somehow escaped
Well, y'all come back now,
with a
you hear?
victory. Holy Toledo. Where's the Tylenol?
Thank God I'm a country boy.
My goodness, the Orioles tried to figure out every which way to get swept, but they somehow escape with a win and somehow return home with a road trip of a 3-3 record. It's not great, but it's not tragic. You just wish we could have been 4-2. I mean, we had these Marlins. We should have taken 2 out of 3 minimum. But seeing how Perez is able to get the final outs of this ball game with that ghost runner at second base, my goodness, what a ball game. I am spent. Let's take a look at what the hell happened here. The Orioles wound up leaving only 5 men on base, while the Marlins did leave 8. Not too much to complain about there. Everybody contributed in some way. Westberg and O'Hearn, the only guys in the starting lineup without a hit, but both of them were able to score a run. So everybody had a contribution on the day. Connor Norby had a big solo home run to the opposite field, and then Colton Cowser, 3 RBI day. I don't know how the hell we did it, folks. I don't know how I got through this game. I don't know how we got through with a win. I don't know. But we done did it on a day where the Yankees don't play, which means, again, I don't think this is going to be updated yet. We're up to 61-41, back to 20 games over 500, and still just a hair under a 600 winning percentage following that victory. And we're going to move on to play San Diego. I'm going to get some sleep. We're going to talk about, and Cleveland is losing. That's great to hear. We're going to talk about tomorrow night's matchup with the Padres before I get you guys out of here. Okay? Okay. What a ball game. My goodness. 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for Baltimore. 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the Marlins. A Santander homer RBI single, James McCann. 3-run shot from Colton Cowser. Connor Norby solo shot. And that base hit by Ryan Mountcastle in the top of the 10th to score Jordan Westberg while 2 outs were made on the play. It turns out to be a fantastic play after all, despite making 2 outs. That might have never happened. We basically walked it off with a double play. Sort of. Very interesting. Okay, let me take a look at tomorrow's night's game against the Padres. The Padres are coming to town. I'm very interested in this matchup. By the way, they are still playing as we speak. So, wait a minute. Oh, they're in D.C. So, yeah, the Padres are right. They're going to be home before we are in our home. If that makes any sense. Right. Here we go. Taking a look at tomorrow's matchup, the Padres do not have a pitcher decided. Interesting. Grayson Rodriguez is next up in line for us. He's going for his 13th win, folks. Grayson going for 13. Let me check one more thing out here, folks, because I want to see if the Padres, who they do have announced to pitch, if anybody. And I clicked on the wrong thing there. One sec. As I'm doing this, let me say thank you to everybody that's tuned in today. I hope everybody has enjoyed the result, despite all of the ulcers it might have induced. Okay, well,